I'm Laura.
And I'm Jen.
Welcome to our podcast where we bring the office chats to your workday.
If you work for yourself or from home and like us, you really miss those fun work break chats whilst making a tea or coffee, we are bringing them to you.
We're here to chat through any business stresses, share your stories and have a catch up.
But first, grab a coffee.
Hello.
We're back.
We are. Cheers.
Cheers.
We haven't got a fun flavour this week, but hopefully for the next episode we'll have a fun flavour to play with.
Classic coffee today though.
In fact, I really needed a normal one today.
Yeah.
I was thinking...
I've not had my coffee yet,
No.
so yeah.
I needed my caffeine fix and I was thinking, I don't think watermelon will do the trick today.
Although it was fun to try.
Yeah. So, happy birthday for yesterday.
Thank you. Came back a whole different woman.
Yeah. Aged a year since the last episode.
I hate that. I'm mid-20s now. That's just horrible.
Do you hate getting old? I don't mind it.
I think 25 just sounds so much like I'm out of early 20s now, and that is what scares me.
Yeah.
Like if I was on the X Factor, I'd be in the overs category, and that makes me feel sick.
That's actually crazy. That's a thing.
Yeah, because I remember thinking,
gosh, they're
watching
so
the X
old.
Factor, like they're in the overs category, they're really old. It's the girls category that are cool. And now I'd be in the overs, and that is just horrendous.
I don't mind I don't have a thing about getting old at all.
I never used to, but this time round, I'm like...
There's always like one or two birthdays in your life,
Yeah.
I think, where you really like freak out.
I feel like 25 is that year for me, because I feel like 21 to 24 all kind of blend in.
Yeah. I haven't had it, so I'm dreading it when it happens. But I'm like, no, I love every birthday.
No, just carry on like that. Carry on.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't mean anything.
I have it more about Adam. I'm like, ooh, you're getting old.
Because I'm like that. Because I mean, selfish for me, but I'm like, Joe's turning 29 in August. I'm like, I do not want a 30-year-old boyfriend next year. I am too young to have a 30-year-old boyfriend.
Well, I'll be 30-year-old friends. So.
Oh yeah, actually. I mean, maybe it makes me feel younger.
Yeah, that's true. You make me younger.
Yeah, I said that to Joe as well. I was like, I bring your age down.
Yeah, you do. And I need it. Adam can vouch for that. He's always like, Laura, you're getting old. You've got some little treats to open.
Oh, Laura, thank you so much.
You're
You didn't
welcome.
I can see already it's Oliver Bonus, and you know how much I love Oliver Bonus. Oh,
This, to be fair, I'm
thank
actually more
you.
excited about the card.
Oh, really?
And you'll know...
Oh, I can see it's on brand.
Yeah,
On brand
that's,
already.
That's why. I saw it, like, there were other ones I thought, no, it's got to be.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, oh, I love that. That is a very me card. My branding is pink and green, so like everything has to be pink and green.
Yeah. Well, no, I was like...
Oh, you even made it in the card?
Yeah. I was like, is it pink and blue? And I was like, oh, no, I don't think so.
And I do love the card.
No, it's
and
so
stripes.
cool.
We're everything stripes.
I know, we are twins today. Green stripes.
Come back with curly hair.
Yeah, I was just looking and I thought, yeah, you look different and you'll be looking different in the next episode.
Yeah, on our little videos, yeah. I got a little perm.
Cool. Yeah, I love
Which perms have like very negative connotations, but my hair's been fine.
Yeah.
It's not falling out.
I thought it wasn't a perm.
It's not like a poodle perm, so you can get like tighter ones. So mine's more of like a looser,
Softer, more gentle.
Yeah, I mean it is actually more curly than I thought it was going to be, but I really like it.
Yeah.
I've got used to it. At first I was a bit like...
It's like, oh gosh, where is it? It's so short.
And it was wet as well, of course, and like you don't have makeup on, and like, you know, like all those things. As soon as I've got like nicer clothes on, I put my makeup on. I was like, no, I like it.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to change. I was so bored with my hair. So yeah, I'm a curly girl now.
Yeah,
for
we're
6
both
weeks.
curly. And I'm trying to like keep mine natural.
Yeah, see,
than
if I
like
had your
straightening it.
hair, that would be. I've always wanted.
It's always that, isn't it?
You want what you don't have, but because mine's just so pin straight, like it's just so straight and heavy. It's just so boring. I wanted a bit of texture. I always wanted that.
And I always wanted straight.
See,
I know, and everyone says I love your hair, and I'm like, oh, it just looks like a mop.
no, it's so and it's so thick as well. But I couldn't get used to not brushing my hair. All I have to do is scrunch and done. Oh, they're lovely. They're very me as well.
But yeah, and I wasn't sure because you've got multiple piercings, so I didn't know if it'd be a small one or
Oh no, they're perfect. I'll give you a hug.
No, but we'll like knock it off.
Very tight setup.
Boom, boom. Yeah. I love gifting. I love gifting more than getting gifts.
Yeah, so do I.
So like, you're like, oh, you're welcome. I'm like, no pleasure. I really enjoyed it.
And it's like guilt-free spending as well.
Yeah. Oh my God, I know. Yeah. I was in town and I was like, oh, that's lovely. Walking out with my Oliver Bonus bag.
Yeah. I know, any excuse to go to Oliver Bonus. So you've had a good work week.
Yeah.
I've not got much to report on the work front, to be honest.
Yeah, so I've started working with a new coach, and because I haven't had like a coach or a business support, someone to support me in my business for a while as I was shifting, because I just thought it didn't seem the right time when I knew I wasn't at the right place for somebody to support me, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't benefit it from it, and they would struggle to work with me because they'd be like, what do you want? Like, I don't know. But now obviously I've rebranded, I really feel really excited, but I want that support. And yeah, it was fab. So we had a mastermind day in London, and that's like the start of how we start working together, and then we'll have like calls. But yeah, really great. And like I love it because she's like, why are you doing that, Laura? And I'm like, I don't know.
You do need someone to call you out sometimes.
I'm always like, good point.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm making it come up way more complicated for myself. Like I can do that for my clients. It's that thing. Yeah. So like I'll be like, do you need I think you're overthinking that. I think you're fine. But like I can't do that to myself. That's what we were saying. You need someone.
Yeah, you do need somebody. It's very different doing it for yourself to doing it for other people.
You're so in your business.
Yeah.
You need
and
someone
you can't always
to
see it. And sometimes it's having the confidence as well to make those decisions.
Yes, so what we've decided as I'm going to, so I originally had 3 packages or 3 ways of working together. My untangle sessions, which I love, and I'm keeping them because they're fab. But then I had a season day and a nurture package or nurture plan, but I'm going to combine them.
Oh, okay.
Which is exciting, because she was like, "Why are you separating those out, Laura? They'd be so impactful.
They'd work well together
if you put them as a joint package." Yeah. And I was like, "Yes, I completely agree. I am so on board."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm currently doing, which feels really good. But I was like, "Oh, for God's sake, I need to like change."
I know you've just got it all up, got it all ready. Yeah. But at least it's like not too far in.
Exactly, and it's like, you know, think like it's okay if things need to change. If you thought that idea worked, actually you just need to tweak it a bit. So no, I'm all for like it's absolutely fine to switch things up.
Yeah.
So yes, that's what I'm doing, and it feels very exciting. So yeah, and it was great. But yeah, it was so fast down to London. I was speaking to some people and they said they wouldn't go down to London and back in a day.
Well,
for me, I find that...
I've done that before.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say as well, it's nice to have a day out going somewhere. Yeah. Like, get on the train. I mean, I know you had a bit of a trouble with your trains. But I like going to London in a day. I know it is knackering. Like, on the train back, you're like half asleep. Yeah. But it's lovely.
Mm. No, I quite like doing it.
Why I went dead Yorkshire then. Lovely.
Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. And how about you with your non-working week? But it's been your birthday, so what have you got?
Well, I was ill, and then it was my birthday, and then, so yeah, this week has just not been not working. It's been alright. The end of the week has been good. But I haven't had that much. I'm just packing orders.
Yeah.
And I finished a commission, which I can't talk about, really, because that's for Christmas, so, yeah.
I take like a week off for my birthday, so I don't think you should feel bad. Like, I'm like all about my birthday.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's the thing, it's remembering to like take time off, I think, when you work for yourself. So it has been nice. It felt weird, like yesterday I didn't check emails, I did send some orders in the morning, but that was it. And then next week, we're going to Kendall Calling, so I'll have some more. I'm having like bitty. It's going to be a very relaxed couple of weeks in terms of work. But, you know, that's nice sometimes.
And you need it, yeah. And if you haven't got, like, a big holiday booked or anything, then...
Well, no, I haven't, so...
Same, so it's nice to have, like... You can take those days throughout the week instead of having, like, 2 weeks off. Which is actually really nice over the summer. Especially because, like, there's more going on, people are around, you want to be able to go and do stuff.
And, like, I did feel weird, like, I took the day before my birthday off as well, so I took Wednesday and Thursday, and... Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, and I was like, oh God, I feel really bad. But I was like, I've actually
Yeah.
done everything that needs to be done for today. My orders are all up to date. I can go out. I can have a couple of days off without feeling guilty. So yeah, it was nice. I'm glad I let myself do it.
But then it's also Barbie and Oppenheimer weekend.
Oh, it is. What a weekend.
It is a big weekend. But you've already booked your tickets.
For Barbie.
You're Team Barbie.
I'm Team Barbie. I'm more excited about Barbie, not gonna lie.
I'm probably more Team Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
But you've got to predicted that probably. Like if you were to look at
both up
yeah.
to me.
I'm Oppenheimer and you're Barbie. It's just so funny that you couldn't get more contrasting films.
I know.
Oh, but there's some people who are doing both in a day. I think they're gonna do Oppenheimer. That was it. They're doing like Oppenheimer.
You'd have to start with Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Then have drinks and then go to Barbie or something.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think that would be quite fun.
This week's
Business stress.
So this one's about what do you say? We've both struggled with this. What do you say when somebody asks like how's work going or how's business going? Like somebody who's not in
the world of
like creative business, small business, like freelance. If they just sort of like a parent or a friend who's not in it, doesn't quite understand it. I find it one of the hardest conversations. It's a
stressful question, fully stressful. I hate it when somebody asks me that. And I'm really rubbish at it, and I just talk really quickly, put myself down a little bit, and then move on and ask them a question instead.
And it's crazy, isn't it? Because like we should not be putting ourselves down at all.
I know.
It's just the concept for some people who obviously don't work. It's a very different thing, and so it feels like there's a lot more to explain than just work. It's like I'm doing these various different things,
and it's not always so black and white, especially if you've got like if you do a few different things as your business is growing, like you're freelance and you also have like a small, like I have a small product-based business, but then I take on commissions and then I do social media. Like it's hard to just sum that up in like a sentence where you can just be like really confident. And each person's wins or like highs or achievements are different to other people's, how other people see success. Like,
that's the thing. That's another big one.
Yeah, it's how you view success, I guess. But then you immediately think if people are asking you how it's going, they're like, are you making money?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you
like,
making good money?
Are you surviving?
Are you making...
So I guess in terms of like when somebody asks that,
you have got to be confident.
Yeah, you just got to believe in what you're doing.
You've got to show that you believe in yourself and then people believe in you.
If you are confident and you're like, you know, show that you know you're like what you're doing
about,
and what you're talking about, and you feel really, and you're excited and you've got the energy, then
people buy
instantly
into that.
they really do.
And it is like, and you will have all those things because that's what you're doing. Like that is your job. You know everything. You know it inside out. You are
just
passionate.
Show it.
But it's just like if you're a naturally critical, like self-critical person or a little bit, it's sometimes hard to do that.
But the more your business grows, the more you do things, the more you speak to people, the more confident you'll get.
Yeah. And that's why it is good to get out and speak to other people, other business owners, other freelancers, because if you, like, I went through a stage of where my circle was really small and I was just on my own working a lot, and I think you forget those skills, or you don't realise the importance of like going out, hearing other people's experiences. Then you can talk about yourself and they can make you feel like you can gain confidence through doing that.
And also, usually when you do say it, people are 99% of the time really interested.
They are, because the thing is, to you it's normal.
Yeah.
Because it's your everyday. But to somebody else, that's like a skill that they don't have or they can't imagine doing. So it's like, and it isn't your typical job, so it is interesting. Like people are interested.
Believe in yourself, be positive, energy, and
And I think if you find a way to sum it up,
I think
that is always helpful, especially if you are going to like an event or something where you might be networking. Like I'm like, what is the best way to sum up your business? And then you can just say it with confidence.
Tell me the story.
So this is actually from my friend Lorna, not to be confused with Laura. So Lorna has recently gone freelance after she has done a bit of freelance work, but it's never been her full-time thing. And so she's gone from working a 9 to 6, hers was, to going fully freelance. So she's struggling with finding like a routine, and so that was her kind of thing. She's like, it just feels weird, and like, how do you find your routine when you're so used to like having to be there for 9, you leave at 6, and now you're just free?
Yes. I think for me, a big thing is sort of understanding, and I was talking about this recently and doing more of this with clients because I think it's so interesting, is understanding like when you work best, like in the day and in the week.
It's changing that mindset, because when I first
it's so hard to untrain.
I treated it like a 9 to 5 or whatever, and I'd work within those hours and feel like that's what I had to do, and I'd just have like an hour at lunch or whatever. So I just continued for a while, and I still loosely have that structure, but it's allowing yourself, like, you can be more flexible and you can work, you got to take the benefits of being freelance, and you've got to, when you know that you're most productive, they're the hours that you can do, and you can make them up. Like, if you have a few hours on the weekend and you want to work on the weekend, do it at the weekend and then take a day off in the week. Like, you can be flexible. But then I also think going into the week, it's good to have a structure and to know when you're going to work.
I agree. So I would say having on a Sunday evening or a Monday morning, looking at what your week looks like and looking at what your priorities are and planning that, and time blocking. Time blocking is a really good one for like more of a routine, because then in your calendar you know that you've set like that many hours to do that task, rather than kind of jumping between different things and like not structuring your day. So if you can actually sit down and plan out in your calendar how you're going to be spending your time and what your time blocks look like, then it means you have a structure. You're sort of like not going in with an empty plan for the week. So if you can fill it with what your priorities are,
and dedicate the time to do that, because sometimes if you just have a long list of things to do and you're just like, like, where do I start? And then you procrastinate, you do like little bits, and it's not very efficient. So
if you take what you've got on your to-do list, pull out your priorities and actually put them into your calendar, because if you just have a list of things, if you have a list, it's like you can do them whenever, like you have no structure around them. So it's great to list everything out, get it out of your head, but then actually put it into a structure in the week, and then you know what you've got to get done that day. And also I think outside of like the working time, having a structure in terms of like things that help you with work. So for me, moving my body is an absolute non-negotiable.
I was going to say that you need to also book in time, especially I feel like with freelancers, a lot of your time's at your desk. Like for most things will be on laptops or at your desk, whatever. You need to book in time to actually go out and move, whether it's go to the gym, go for a run, like go for a walk. You need to put that into your week as well. Otherwise you can easily just stay at your desk all day, every day.
So actually you can put that in your calendar as well. Put everything in your calendar that you want to do.
If you need a day off, put in your calendar that is your day off. If somebody asks you, to do something on that day, that's your day off. Like, and stick to it. Because again, it's easy to just like keep saying yes to everything, fill your days, and then you're like, you're gonna burn out because you're overwhelmed.
Starting with that, but then knowing, like you said, that you can be flexible. So if you feel like it's a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday morning and you're feeling creative.
And that's the thing. So if it's a creative job, sometimes you really do need to be in the mood for it. Like, if you're not feeling creative, you can't, like,
don't force it.
It's not your best work. You'll do something that you end up not using, and then you'll redo it at a later time. So you might as well use that time to like rest, go for a walk or whatever. So if you get inspired and you have this moment where you're like, I really want to do that, just because it's a Sunday doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. If you have the time to do it. And then you can take that time back. In the week after. You can just be like, I've done that. I was going to put that in on Tuesday afternoon, but I've done it now. So I'll fill that with reading or or meeting someone. You don't have to feel guilty about it. And also, I think if you know other freelancers or small business owners, booking in time to co-work also helps.
Yes, massively. If you can do that once a month or once every 2 weeks, it just kind of... it just means you're not on your own all the time. You're
It
not fully
changes
reliant on
scenery,
yourself. Yeah.
And again, that does add a bit of structure to your week, because if you're someone that doesn't, if you are just on your laptop and it's just you, like, you could do anything any day. So at least if you think, right, I need to get this done before that day that I'm meeting Laura for a coffee, and then that gets you out, you know, it adds a bit of something to your week, because you know that you're going out that day.
The other thing I would say is, and this will be hard if you've got really used to being in like that 9 to 6 routine, but knowing that you can work, you don't have to work in those times. So for me, my brain is so good first thing in the morning. Like, I am so much more switched on. So I will work like 6:30, I will start, and then I finish earlier in the day, because by like 3:30, my brain is like, we're done, Laura, we are done, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because I've done my brain work earlier in the day. And so like now I book clients in at 8 a.m.
Yeah, because that could work for other people as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I had a client, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, my brain is so much better then, because the afternoons always get really busy, or I'm distracted. But actually, getting something done first thing in the morning or having a call then is great." And I, for years, didn't even consider the option of having a call at 8. I was like, "You joke? Like, how
nobody would say yes to that." Yeah.
But actually, it's
I think it feels so
understanding.
productive as well when you get something done. Like, it's not even 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
And you take this off your list. You're like,
I had a day like that this week, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've had a connection call, I've had a client call, and it's only 10:30." And I was like, "Woo!" So yeah, maybe just allowing yourself to
figure out what
like, because you haven't you haven't been able to do that
if
yet.
You're so used to a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, like, that is just what you're used to, and you're programmed to that. But this is your time where you can think, actually, I'm better in the morning, or I'm more of an evening worker. So yeah, I'd say take advantage of being freelance, and that you can work around your own schedule, but then do give yourself a schedule. Like, write it down, put it in a calendar, and I think when you get up in the morning, in terms of like your daily routine, like, I always need to get dressed. I always need to like make myself feel like I'm going to work, not like as if I'm actually going out the door. Sometimes I am just in like leggings and a baggy top, but you know, I'm still like done, had a wash, like, you know, made yourself feel like, okay, it's time to work now. So I would say that's quite important as well.
So yeah, it's finding out your routine, because like I can be really productive in bed for a few hours.
In bed,
like,
don't you?
I can do, like, when I know I've got little fiddly tasks, like maybe 5 little fiddly tasks that don't take that long, but I know that I can just get them done before I get up. Excuse me. Before I get up. I love that. I'm like, oh, it's all done, and I'm just getting out of bed now. So again, just because, like, for some, like, and there's people who cannot stand that idea. Like, you wouldn't be able to, you'd hate that.
No, sometimes what I do is, of an evening, I'll take my iPad up to bed and I'll draw in bed whilst watching something on the telly.
Yeah, because I couldn't do that. So it's really interesting.
It's different, but I would never wake up and grab my laptop and start working in the morning in bed.
Interesting. Yeah,
No.
It's just...
But that's the thing where I struggled with switching off in the evenings, because I used to stop whatever I was doing in the day, and then like carry on doing like my creative stuff, or like drawing or something like that in the evening.
So you didn't give yourself enough time in the day for making up for the fact that you were doing stuff in the evening.
Yeah, no, I'd just work all day.
Yeah.
And I think because for me, like, I've always liked doing creative things anyway, so it's always been something that I've enjoyed doing. But then when you turn it into your job, like, there's finding that line, like, actually you need to have some time to switch off, because otherwise you're just working constantly.
Top points then. The first one would be, putting it into your, like, actually writing it out in a calendar, your tasks. So have your list, then plot it out. Add in, like, non-work essentials to, like, so that you
look after yourself
as well.
And you'll be the most productive as well.
Yeah, exactly. And just allow yourself to be flexible whilst you're kind of getting into your routine, to work out what works for you, what doesn't feel quite right, and just make the most of being freelance.
Yeah, because you're allowed to have a midweek trip somewhere if you want. Like,
gotta have perks.
Yeah, you've got to have perks, because it comes with some negatives as well. So you've got to take advantage of the perks.
Yeah, balance it out.
Yeah. So that brings us to the to the end of the episode.
Hope you enjoyed our chats today. But yes, please keep sending in any stories and stresses so we can share them on the next episode and chat about them. And we'll speak.
Good luck with your work week.
And we'll speak to you soon. Yes, have a good work week.
Yes.
Bye.